Greetings, YouTube. I heard of this news piece yesterday while tooling around. Apparently, the Biden administration has decided to sanction 4 Israeli settlers um, because they killed some Palestinians. Now, I should be very upfront. I think that all of the Israeli settlements that have been created over the many years that they have been building them are absolutely wrong, that they are unethical and immoral. And as soon as the first one was created, the United States should have cut off all funding to Israel. Boom. Period. Still be a military ally. I got no problem with that. But would have cut off all funding and said, until all of the settlements you just created are gone and that you write into law that you will never make any more, we're not going to help you because now you've gone one step too far. But of course, they went many, 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 many steps too far, leagues too far. And uh, and now the Biden administration has decided that it's important to step up and sanction these Israel farmers because they've, killed Palestinians. E- Even though we keep throwing money and weapons at Israel as fast as we can, and they are using that money and as munitions and technology that we're throwing at them to assist them in wiping out the Palestinian people from Gaza. And the last count I heard was 26,000 Palestinian dead, 11,000 of them children and women who had who who had nothing to do with what was going on at all. We're supporting people at the moment that are committing genocide. Now, I know that the United States has done its part in, and acting out genocides in the past. I'm not ignoring that. I'm not forgiving it. I'm not excusing it. I recognize it. But you'd think we would have learned from that. You'd think the the Israelis would have learned from, having lived through personally one of the best examples of a genocide in the 20th century. That is the genocide that everybody thinks of when you say the word genocide. You think that maybe that would give them the worldview that they shouldn't then commit the same act against someone else. If you have suffered and the lesson you learned from that suffering is that other people should suffer in the same way, you are not well. And make no mistake, what Israel is doing in Gaza right now is genocide. They are attempting to eradicate the Palestinian people. Now, there are individual Israelis who are saying this. There are people right now in Israel blocking trucks from bringing food into Gaza. And their reasoning is that if they starve children to death today, they won't grow up into terrorists in the future. I, I listened to one on the radio say that out loud into a recording device. And, and we're giving them weapons to let them do what that person said. So the fact that the Biden administration has decided that, they're going to sanction 4 fucking farmers for the heinous acts they committed, which I do not excuse, and yet not sanction the entire government of Israel for the heinous acts it's committing right now. As I am recording this, Israel is killing Palestinians for having the temerity to be alive and trapped in a situation that Israel has created. I've said it before. And I'll say it again. Hamas exists because of Israel. And I'll ask the same question that I've asked before, and no one has ever answered it for me. How long would you tolerate the treatment that Israel has been dealing out to the Palestinians for 6 decades? How long would you put up with watching your entire community be abused, people arrested, tortured, jailed, killed without consequence, people stealing your land, driving you out so they can build their own homes and their own farms? How long would you tolerate that before you said no more? And I'm still waiting for someone to answer